Today we are going to be talking about what we believe might be Rage Against the Machine's greatest bass line ever. And I think it is because it's actually the first bass line I consciously heard slap bass on. It came out in 1992. We were 14 years old. The year before, 91, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Lots of slap bass on that, but I didn't hear that until I was like 15 or 16. So this was the first time I heard slap bass. It is an outrageous riff. We're going to be teaching you it today. We're also going to be jumping into the tone as well. But before we do that, let's hear the original line.
Yes.
Can you remember the first time you heard this?
I remember when I heard this record. And this was...
Bring that shit in!
Dude, I do remember when...
The first thing, the thing that's really going to help you get on the way is having one of these bad boys.
Yeah, it's true.
Because this is a really, really important part of that first Rage Against the Machine record, the StingRay Sound.
Yeah. I mean, really like Leo Fender's next contribution. Post-Fender, right? 76, this thing is born. This one is from I think 2010. But really, they've remained the same for a very long time. This is a classic having just one volume knob and then bass and treble boost. So active, you got to put a battery inside of it. And then this giant humbucker pickup back near the bridge that's, was meant to be sort of like a powerful P bass. Yeah. Right? Sort of like a P bass on steroids.
People might not know this.
Yeah.
They might not know.
Right.
That, Leo Fender, he designed this thing, the P bass.
He did.
The first ever bass.
Right.
Right? The P bass. He then designed the jazz bass.
Yes.
And that wasn't enough.
I know.
So he designed this as well.
I know.
Maybe the three most successful basses of all time were designed by one man. Pretty bonkers, actually.
Crazy.
But instead of us telling you about the StingRay, we've actually got a fantastic video of Tim Commerford, the bass player of Rage Against the Machine, telling you how he found the Music Man StingRay for the first time. Check this out.
Dude. Yeah. What should people do if they don't want to miss anything from our channel?
Anything?
Anything.
Oh, just like and subscribe down there. Then you'll be notified when we release a new video.
It goes back to when I was a kid, and I literally was like 18 years old when I saw a Music Man StingRay, and it was a blonde StingRay with a black pick guard. It was at a pawn shop, and it was $300. And I wanted it so bad. And I scraped up the money and I got it. That bass became the bass that I used to record the first Rage record, and it was a big part of my life.
Slapping the bass.
Now, get into the tone, man. What are you doing down here?
So you've got volume here, you have bass and treble. I believe treble first. Yep, and then bass, right? You have to put a 9-volt in to power the whole thing. And I believe what Timmy is doing is just cranking both knobs. Like if I just turn on the volume all the way and I play this bass line, now check it out. We're dropped to D, okay? That's a big part of this.
Yeah. So it's D, A, D, G.
That's right, yep. But if I play the line, it's not quite there, but check this out. I crank up the treble, I crank up the bass.
It's wild, isn't it, how they got those frequencies so good.
I know, and it's very characteristic of this bass, right? And if you turn off the treble, it's more about that treble. Like the treble, the top end of the bass. And I'm compressing this hard also in the Line 6 HX Stomp. So I have an 1176 style compressor on, because on the record, it is like, there is not a hint of grind in that main slap sound. If you want to do it like the 92 record, it's just compression. And then really the StingRay is doing the rest of the heavy lifting. All knobs up.
You're playing as well, but
Cheers, buddy. Appreciate you. So right, if I play this with all knobs up, just the compressor, that's like 92. Now, check it out. I'm gonna click on the amp emulation. That's gonna turn on an SVT. I mean, Timmy's got a bunch of stuff going, an orange amp, an SVT, then he has a custom 810 cab. We're not going to those lengths, but I'm turning on an SVT into an 810 and also a 112, a dual cab.
Dual.
Yes. So the 810 is mic'd up, digitally.
Yeah,
And
in
then
the
a
box.
112 guitar cabinet is mic'd up as well. And there's a bit of grind then coming from the amp. Check it out.
So that's more like the video, isn't it?
Yeah, a little more like the video. Now, I actually took the compressor off. And that might be a little too drivey or a little too toppy, so I'm gonna bring the top down just a touch. And it seems like he's going for that more these days.
With the live thing.
Yeah.
So now we've got the tone dial in. Should we get the playing dialed in?
Yeah, that's maybe the most important part, right?
Let's do it.
So we're dropping to D, right? And we're playing 2 big slaps on D. I mean, top of the tune.
Yeah.
It's like so signature.
So we've got 2 massive Ds.
That's right. And then we're gonna play. Now this is tricky. We're gonna hammer on, slap from C to D, and then a dead thumb, F, and then hammer on back on the D on the A string.
That's the tricky thing.
Yes.
That's the tricky one. That hammer on back to the D.
Yes.
It's a pain in the ass.
It is. And it's hard to make it as loud as this pull. It's really difficult.
Bass tone on that thing is ridiculous.
It's so rock and roll, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very cool.
It's amazing. Yeah. Rage Against the Machine, we're open for hire. Tim, if you ever want to go on holiday, spend some time with the family, we are here for you.
That's true. We are.
Look, if you're struggling with any of this stuff, make sure that you grab the tab and notation. We'll make sure it's down in the description below so you can, go check out all the fingerings and what the frets we use and all of that good stuff as well. But we're not going to leave you there because the chorus is also an amazing bass line
Monster.
in itself. Should we listen to Tim play it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. There's an angry bass tone.
He kicks on a distortion here too, Man.
Show us what's going on.
So really, I'm using the same EQ sound. I just turned on a drive to get closer to this sound. It's not exact, right? But here we go. Yeah, and we're not slapping anymore, right? We're gonna go back. And the distortion and the amp modeling is going to give us leeway in playing really hard. So I am smashing the bass. Like I'm swinging through the string almost as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Because that's his sound.
What do you mean by swinging? For people that haven't seen that before.
Yeah, I'm taking my finger from like high up and taking it through the bass.
Like if you're about to hit a golf ball, right? You got the ball on the tee and you're like, goes all the way through.
Yes.
You're not doing it to the point or after and stopping. It's all the way through.
Yes. And I usually play pretty light, but it is not the vibe to play this. It sounds sort of like farty when there's not high end to like push and clank and percussion to push into drive. It sounds sort of like sad. Yeah. But when you hit it hard, so that
It's
is
the top end, isn't it? It just really opens up that top end.
And it's not anything about this, right? It's about the changing your playing.
Oh. And what's going on there? How's he playing that?
Okay,
What's going
right.
on?
So we have open D, octave D on the A string, and then another open D, and then we chromatically walk up from C back to D. That's it.
Incredible, incredible. Thanks again for checking out the video. Hey, remember, grab that PDF down below, completely free. It's got all the tab and the notation. And if you want to go down the Tim Commerford Rage Against the Machine rabbit hole, we might have a video right over there. Yeah, right over there.
It's down here.
Oh, is it just down there? I think
so.
It's over there that you should check out. It's Ian breaking down the 10 greatest Rage Against the Machine bass lines. We'll see you there.